Good morning, everyone. This is James, the local Viking, and in this video, we're going to go over what you should do if your client is opening a brand new office. If your client is opening a brand new office, you are in the absolute best position to set yourself and your client up for success. Because now you can circumvent your client not putting an office in the city they're trying to target, and you can also ensure your client's not going to run into issue with a possum effect. So you want to make sure if your client is targeting, say, Sarasota, that they are finding an address within these red boundaries, which is Sarasota as defined by Google. It doesn't matter that the United States Post Office says that, say, this section here where my mouse is Sarasota, because according to Google, it's not. Now, it's not to say that if you were to get a listing over here, that you can't rank in Sarasota, but it becomes exponentially harder than if you were just within this red boundary. So you want to save yourself that headache, and if your client's opening a brand new office, convince them to make that office within the boundaries that's defined by Google. I mean, you can just take a screenshot of this, send it to your client, and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, wherever you pick your office, pick it within this boundary. Now let's say they were targeting North Sarasota. So you can just click the word North Sarasota on Google Maps, and now you see the boundary of North Sarasota as defined by Google. Same thing with most any other cities in Google Maps. Not all of them trigger the boundaries, but most of them do. Bee Ridge, so here's Bee Ridge. And if you're in Bee Ridge and you're trying to target Sarasota, the farther you're away from Sarasota, the exponentially harder it's going to be for you to rank in Sarasota or any other city you're trying to target. Alright, so that's the first check. Make sure your listing falls into the boundaries that you're looking to target. The next check is, are they going to be in not a violation, but are they going to be in conflict with the possum effect? And the possum effect states if there are one or more listings that are same or similar in nature in the same building as your client, then you're going to have an exponentially harder time ranking past that building. Forget about the city for a moment. You're going to struggle to rank outside that building's walls. So let's look at a scenario. This is actually common in the legal field. So lawyers would like to be in the same building as other lawyers. I'm not exactly sure why that is. It might be exponentially cheaper rent. But the fact of the matter is, as far as we're concerned as marketers, if they're in the same building as a lawyer, you're now going to risk being in conflict with the possum effect. So let's say our client is a family law attorney and you want to make a listing at 1800 2nd Street. Well, I would say to the client, hey, we see Coalto Law Firm is also in the same address. We strongly suggest you do not put your address, your office there. If you do, you have to do it realizing that you're going to struggle exponentially to rank there. Now, it's not to say you can't outrank a listing that's similar or same as yours in a building, but it could take a budget amount that's not realistic with your client. You know, it's not uncommon for agencies to say to their clients, hey, you're in violation of the possum effect. You also don't have the budget to beat the possum effect. You should consider moving, because your move is going to be cheaper than the budget that would take to have a chance at outranking the competition in the building. You know, let's look at another one. So if your client said, hey, what about 22 South Links Avenue then? Nope, it's still a law firm. It's still similar in nature. I wouldn't do it. You know, the same or similar, you just don't want to take that risk, because heaven forbid you said yes, right? Oh, it's similar in nature. It's okay, client. But now you find out you're not ranking, and you find out that that is the potential reason why you're not ranking. Well, it's going to be a very hard conversation convincing your client to try to move again. So just to save everyone a headache, look for an address that doesn't have competition the same or similar in nature. So if 2211 Fruitville Road had vacancy, you would consider that one because there's no real law firms in that building that we can see. And if you want to check, just run some searches, some same or similar searches in nature. So law firm, make sure you zoom all the way in. Attorney. Do scans that are like same and similar to your client. So personal injury attorney. And we're not seeing any listings pop up in this building for anything same or similar to lawyers. So I would recommend this if our client wanted to move here. 2211 looks great. And it falls within the boundaries of Sarasota, which is what we're trying to target, right? Because that's the main city. All right, and that concludes our video. Once again, just to recap, if your client's looking to open up an office, great opportunity to circumvent some hurdles. Make sure they're in the city they're targeting as defined by Google. Make sure they're not in violation of the possum effect. And then the last one is make sure they're not getting a virtual office, Regis, DaVinci, what have you. It is going to make you very high at risk to get suspended. Google does look for virtual offices. All right. Stay tuned for the next video. Have a great day.